My name is Jake. I am a traditionally published author, occasional YouTuber, eternal freak, and I would like to welcome you to this vlog. It's just like a little writing vlog going through a revision that I'm doing for my next middle grade novel, which is a historical fiction that takes place in a 19th century Lithuanian shtetl. I'm really excited about the project. I love it and I love working on it. And this is just a vlog that's going to show sort of my revision process, how I work on it. And the vlog starts very suddenly, so that's why I thought I'd pop in and just like tell you what you're about to see. But the first part of the vlog, if you didn't watch the last installment, I had a meeting with my editor, and that sort of kicked off in the last couple of vlogs. I was preparing for that meeting, reading through the manuscript. I'm doing the first round of developmental edits, so I was just reading through, taking notes, making sure I was prepared for the meeting and to talk to my editor about the strategy, ask questions, that kind of thing. In this vlog, I have the meeting and then just go full force starting revision. So it's been a really productive few days. I'm excited for you to follow along on that journey. And if you have any questions about my process and anything like that, please let me know. And I will try to answer them in the next video, or I won't. It really depends. I'm flaky. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, and enjoy. This is just a question I had, but do you think that I just need like the time to sit at my desk and work on it. It's not necessarily the time of which I have right now, luckily. Okay, just filming a short update. It's about 9:15. I finished the meeting a few minutes ago. I feel so good. I'm so excited about the direction of the book and I'm so excited to keep working on it. Last year, if you watch my vlogs, I had like the opposite experience of this. It was a different book, different draft, and I just felt so lost and like I was struggling and like it wasn't the right book. And now I feel like I'm writing the right book. Like I have momentum and I'm just really excited to keep working on it. So last year when I had a meeting like this, I left sobbing and now I'm smiling, happy, excited, ecstatic even. So really excited to get to work on this. I'm gonna have some breakfast because I woke up too close to the meeting to actually eat anything, and then gonna get started on my revisions in earnest. Yay.
Where are you going? Where are you going, my love? Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you.
He doesn't care. Hello. It is about 9:45 a.m. on April 9th, 2025. I didn't really get a chance to talk to you a lot yesterday, but I had a really great meeting with my editor about my middle grade novel, then whose revisions I am currently working on. Whose book isn't a person, but can you still say whose? I don't know. I'm actually not that good at grammar. Anyway, I had a really great meeting with my editor. I feel like I have a really good direction on where to go moving forward with the book and how to revise it. So now I just have to do that. We discussed like a timeline for returning, like getting it back to her, like when to turn it in. Basically, the like actual deadline is May 15th, but if I'm able to turn it in, she has like another person returning, one of her authors returning a book on May 5th. So if I'm able to turn it in before that, like late April, potentially she'll be able to get to it. So that's like the stretch goal, but if not, May 15th is the goal. So I really want to just like get to work on it, do, as much as I can. My strategy is going to be, so I have like all my notes and I'm going to keep those in mind and refer back to them, but mostly I'm just going to retype the whole book and take notes as to where I need to add additional scenes, because for this draft I'm mostly adding things. Just right now the draft is at about 40,000 words and we're going to want to keep it at about 40,000 words, but it's going to get probably a little bloated, probably closer to 50,000 for this draft, and then we'll bring it back down because really everything in this draft is adding, and then once I've added what I need to add, we can take that away. But because I'm going to be adding a lot of scenes, because I'm trying to show more character relationships, I'm just going to retype the whole thing, like have the doc on one side. Whoa, hi, son. Have the doc on one side of or like one of my computers, one of my screens, and then have my Google Doc, because that's what I prefer to work on when I'm just like drafting, up and just retype the whole thing. And oh my God, it got so sunny. And through that, I will have a new draft. And it's about, yeah, I think I said it was 9:45 already. At 11:30 today, I have, oh my God, it's so sunny. At 11:30 today, let's move for a sec. At 11:30 today, I have an interview for a like creative writing job, just like a little creative writing job for teaching kids creative writing. So I'm gonna prepare a little bit for that, but not too much, and mostly be working on revisions today. So I also am gonna have to leave the apartment because my girlfriend also has a job interview at 1:30, I believe. So we're gonna probably go to either the library or a coffee shop. Let's see how today goes, what today brings, what joys and horrors the day brings.
Oh.
Okay. Hi, it's April 11th, Friday. I did not talk to you at all yesterday, but I did a ton of work. Isn't it funny how when I don't vlog or chat with you, I do a lot of work? It was mostly just like logistical because my girlfriend was here and we were doing work like at the same time, and I didn't want to vlog while she was here. But I am going to try to vlog today. I have been basically just plugging along on the revisions. This draft is going to be too long. The current draft is about 40,000 words of my middle grade historical novel, and my editor and I both want it to be about 40,000 words. Hi sweetheart, you want to come here? When it's published, basically everything that I have to revise is like adding context. So I know this draft is going to be 50 to 55,000 words, which I'm going to try to keep it as short as I possibly can, but I already in like I think I've done the first like 8% of the book so far, and I've added like 1,000 words. I have the Word doc of like the original document with my notes and my editor's notes. I have my like revision notes that I took, and I sort of refresh myself before each like session that I do. And then I'm just on another doc, or just a Google Doc, like retyping everything and adding like scenes where I need to, adding context, deleting whatever it is, which I find really helpful, especially for revisions where it's like just retyping is super helpful. And so it's sort of like I'm rewriting the book, and I get to see like where the plot sort of sags, what needs, which in this case, not many places. It's more that it needs more context. But yeah, I'm really excited still about this project. I am going to try to do a bunch of work today, and then I'm dog sitting this evening until Sunday morning. I am going to, it's about 9 a.m. Did I mention that? I'm going to finish reading this article in the New Yorker about The Knot, because I'm nosy, like The Knot, the wedding website, and how it like sucks, because I've heard this like so often, and I'm just really curious. And yeah, I would say that my New Yorker subscription, not to sound like pretentious, is probably the best money I spent last year. Also, an update, I got that like creative writing teaching job. It's just a couple hours a week teaching kids creative writing, so that's gonna be really fun. And it's not like gonna be a huge source of income, but it'll still be like a few hours a week of getting to get out of my apartment, interacting with kids, which like I absolutely love doing. So yeah, lots of fun updates, and I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna get our day started. I'm gonna get started. It's a little after 10. It's a gorgeous day. I would love to go outside and do some writing, but my computer needs to charge. I am going to do what I do whenever I'm like revising or drafting or doing something where I've like written something the day before, which is that I'm gonna have Microsoft Word play what I wrote yesterday aloud to me and like read it over. Not read in quotations, listening to it is reading. and make edits, and then I kind of get back into the voice that way and then just continue on. And usually as I'm listening, I'll like find something I want to revise, and sometimes I'll be like, I'll just write it down. Sometimes if it's a quick fix, I'll just do it right then and there. So let's get started on that. All right, first session of the day, we got 45 minutes. Feeling pretty good about that. I read through what I had, did a little more writing, and then realized I needed to do some more research. So I read a good like basic paper. I feel like I've read so much about like the origins of Hasidism, but this was like a really good like basic paper on it. It's a book chapter called A History of Hasidism, Origins and Developments by Gadi Sagiv. So thank you to Gadi Sagiv. If I'm being honest, it's 2 hours later. How did that happen? I don't know. Life comes at you fast sometimes. I have some tea though, and it's 1-ish. And we're gonna get back to work because we love working and capitalism and money. And they call me Mr. Monopoly. All right, let's go. Okay, I figured out a concept that I think is really gonna change, like really gonna help solidify the relationship between two of the characters and help understand like why the two of them are so drawn to each other. Because right now I think in this draft I have a lot of telling and not showing about why these two characters are really drawn to each other. And at first I was like using the concept of like, and I think that really helped, and I'm excited to like write further with that as the concept. I'm going to go to the gym now, and then maybe I'll do some work outside, though I feel like it's cold, even though it's sunny, though it keeps going in and out of like sunny, cloudy. And yeah, then at 5, I'm going to head down to dog sit. So let's go. Hello. My background is slightly different today. Hi, I am dog sitting. So it is Saturday, April 12th. Hi, and this is Ollie, and he's the sweetest boy, and he loves me, as in he loves to hump me. But that's okay. That's okay. And he sings along to alarms. Like he tries to match the pitch with the like police sirens. Oh, you want me to throw the ball? Whoa. Anyway, I'm dog sitting, so I'm considering today an informal writing retreat day. The person I'm dog sitting for is so cool, as you can see from the bookshelf. I'm gonna obviously try not to show too much of their like living space, but they have a ton of like queer and trans books, even like some queer and trans middle grade and YA books. So like definitely gonna try to befriend this person. If you're watching, hi. But I'm gonna get to work. It's about 11. Yesterday I did an hour and a half or so of work, and then just had like a really nice relaxing afternoon. So that was sort of a weekend day, and I'm gonna consider today like a weekday and try to get a ton of work done. I have a job interview today on a Saturday. Just it makes sense if you knew what the job was. It's like a part-time thing that would be really cool to do, and I would really love to do it. But I'm just gonna get to work doing my revisions, and I will take you along for the ride. Mwah. What? You want to read? Yeah.